My name is Gunther Gassner. I come from Germany and I have a nerve disease which is called multiple sclerosis. So never dream of things you can't do. Always think of things which are still possible. Otherwise you get unhappy. Yeah, and that is always what you have in your mind, you know. Never complain. Won't help you. In the moment you complain, say, oh, last year I could do this and that, you get unhappy. Therefore, I always look forward and I think that is a good thing.
ഗുന്തർ ഗാസ്നർ എന്ന ജർമ്മൻകാരന്റെ ജീവിത സഞ്ചാരങ്ങൾ ആരെയും ആശ്ചര്യപ്പെടുത്തുന്നതാണ്. തന്റെ വീൽ ചെയറിനെയും കൂട്ടുപിടിച്ച് ലോകം കാണാനിറങ്ങിയ ആ മനുഷ്യൻ ദാ നമ്മുടെ കൊച്ചിയിലും എത്തിയിരിക്കുന്നു. വർഷങ്ങളായി തന്റെ സന്തത സഹചാരിയായ വീൽ ചെയറിൽ ദേശാന്തരങ്ങളിലൂടെ അയാൾ സഞ്ചരിക്കുകയാണ്. പ്രായത്തെ തോൽപ്പിച്ചുകൊണ്ട്, പരിമിതികളെ പരാജയപ്പെടുത്തിക്കൊണ്ട്, പരാതികൾ ഏതുമില്ലാതെ.
Oh, my name is Gunther Gassner. I come from Germany and I have a nerve disease which is called multiple sclerosis, and I have this now since 94 with a lot of struggle, and it's not some have this stroke multiple sclerosis and I have a progredient, means a steadily worsened case, you know. And I heard from a friend that in India you can get rituximab. That is a very new medicine for this MS case, and it's a new design of medication. So it's called a monoclonal antibody treatment, and the only thing I had is about the address of Professor Padma Kumar from Alleppey General Hospital, and he advised me to go to Sarudaya Hospital, and it's been the first time that I had been using this medicine, and then you got it in this government medical store. It's called Karunya, and there you get this medicine which is very, very costly in Germany, more than 10 times, but you need a recipe from a hospital, Indian hospital, because they made a deal with all these drug companies to get a real good rate, but only for the hospitals. So I get this medicine, and you get in 2 doses, 1,000 milligrams of this stuff, and it's divided in 10 infusions. You get it 1 infusion, 1 hour, so it takes more than 10 hours, sorry. Well, my background is very simple. My wife died last year on the 6th of January in the night, 4 o'clock in the night. So I'm without wife.
What happened?
Well, she had a disease, a heart disease, you know, and I think she got an infection. And especially in Germany, or maybe all around the Western world, it's very unfortunate if you go into hospital during Christmas and New Year, because all staff are on holidays. So only a few people can care for you. Maybe that was the reason, I don't know, but she died. She passed away. And I have a daughter. She is a doctor how to say, you know, in philosophy, but she is in a team which develops new efforts and new activities for people who are not so well on, like drug people, like prostitutes, like immigrants, to integrate them again into society. So they have building up cafes and meeting points and caring for them, that they have a little bit a basement of caring, because that is always the problem in the Western society. It's not so much caring, You have these big families here and got this attention by your family. If you are lucky, if you're not lucky, you are really in a bad state. So she is now 36, my daughter, and she is in Berlin and well on. And I live near Frankfurt. Oh, that is now nearly 18 years back, 2002, I sold everything. On the advice of my doctor, he said, if you want to survive, you have to get rid of all this business and activities and look just for your disease, for your problems. And since then, I did a lot, I went to a Tibetan doctor, had 2 Ayurvedic treatments. I had been by Dr. Dolka in Delhi. She is a Tibetan doctor and had been in this Chinese medicine system with acupuncture and all that. But this is all not helpful for this disease because they always, heat up your vada or your chi. And the only thing which helps is to bring your immune system down. Therefore, you have a self-immune system problem, Your own body attacks your nerves. Therefore, if your immune system is down, your problem is also very little. If you heat them up, you have a lot of spastics. Oh, I never stopped traveling because this is a thing I want to know the world, how hard it might be, and I always trust in people, So it's here. You always get help if you need. You ask. You have to ask, and then you get help everywhere. In Germany, it's the same. But if you stay at home, you can't develop, and you are encapsulated with your problem, and the problem becomes bigger and bigger. So if you exchange with the world and with a lot of people, I think that helps a lot, gives you new energy, a new perspective like this. So especially my experience in this Sarudaya hospital in Aleppo was very good. So many nurses caring for you, looking for you, and it was a really, really good professional treatment. I was super surprised, and maybe that is in future. But you have, in plenty of these nurses, In my country, is a big lack, Everyone is looking for nurses, And here you have a lot. So you can care and give totally different treatments, with much more attention and much more compassion, Not only this apparature, only this technical stuff, but you need the human warm welcome and treatment by someone who cares for you, and then it gives you energy. Oh, my favorite places are mainly in the north, like Bodh Gaya, like Varanasi. I stayed there a lot of times in Varanasi. And in Delhi, in the Kamapa International Buddhist Institute, I'm a lot of time there, make Buddhist teachings. And Hampi and Orcha and a lot of places I like, More the countryside, the big cities I don't like. But this Kamapa Institute is in the south of Delhi, in front of a big, huge park, so you don't have the hassle with next to this Indian Institute for Foreign Trade and Indian Institute for National Management. So you don't have this traffic, this pollution, this noise. You face everywhere in India, especially when I'm on the road with my wheelchair. Maybe we can drive a little bit and you see with the traffic and all that, how it works. From last year back, I could walk a little distance by my sticks. So it was much more comfortable to travel. So I could use train and this deluxe buses like this, I can go around. And therefore I took the opportunity, knowing that it will get worse, to visit all the places in India I wanted to do, like Hampi, like now in Tamil Nadu, this Tiruvannamalai, this Arunachala mountain, and Madurai and all these wonderful places, yeah. But now I really can't work now as a walk, not few meters, so I'm really dependent on my wheelchair. So never dream of things you can't do. Always think of things which are still possible. Otherwise you get unhappy. Yeah, and that is always what you have in your mind, Never complain. Won't help you. In the moment you complain and say, oh, last year I could do this and that, you get unhappy. Therefore, I always look forward, and I think that is a good thing,
Thailand.
Yeah, Thailand, to confess, is of course much better. It's, your traffic is something very exceptional. It's like a battlefield. Everyone for 5 centimeters, you juk, everyone is pressing, and I, with my wheelchair, they oversee me. I'm so low, and they have the attitude in the traffic, to push aside all these minor vehicles, like scooter, like cycles, like me, oof. And the street is very often a little bit higher than the normal ground, because they pave the streets one layer over the other. So I can't go too close to this edge, otherwise I fall down. So you have always be aware that they don't press you to the side, But that is heavy. Also for my wheelchair and me, India is a challenge in the normal traffic situation. Yeah.